Welcome back to Pesos and Cents, and tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating usapan with Mr. and Mrs. Atelano tungkol sa kanilang pag-i-invest sa mutual funds. Kanina, medyo napag-usapan natin na madali naman pala talaga pumasok sa mutual funds at ang main advantage nga nito para sa kanila is meron talagang humahawak at nag-i-invest para sa kanila. But I guess it's only fair to ask at this point na ano ba yung both good and bad experiences nyo when it comes to investing in mutual funds? What did you like about investing in mutual funds?
Well, the one thing na okay about mutual funds is it beats inflation. Kasi kung iiwan mo lang yung pera mo sa bangko, you might as well just spend it because yung pera mo depreciates over time. How much is inflation every year? 4, 6%, sometimes 9% per annum. And magkano ba yung kinikita ng pera mo sa bangko? 1% per year. Nawawalan ka ng value ng pera. With mutual funds, you exceed that eh. So, over time, talagang lumalaki yung value ng money mo.
On the good side, I guess, is the returns talagang compared to yung traditional na ginagawa natin, talagang mas mataas.
Exactly.
And it's not like 1 or 2, talagang mas mataas significantly.
But I wouldn't say put all your money in mutual funds and leave none in the bank. You put money that you can set aside sa medium and long term on mutual funds, yung hindi mo gagalawin. Pero yung pang short-term money mo, kailangan mo pa rin siyempre yung short-term. Oh, exactly.
Now, Dobby, ano naman yung medyo hindi mo nagustuhan in your experience in investing in mutual funds?
Ang pinakauna hindi ko nagustuhan yung charges. No? Pagpasok mo pa lang ng mutual fund, makikita mo yung pera mo na pinasok, hindi equal sa nasa loob. No? So, bababawas agad yung pera na yan. Yung mga charges, minsan mga 2%, minsan umaakit pa doon. Pangalawa, yung volatility. Yung volatility meaning
yung akyat-baba.
Akyat-baba. Lalo na pag pinili mo yung equity na type of mutual fund. Grabe yung minsan sobrang taas, minsan sobrang baba.
So, minsan, pag gising mo, natutuwa ka. Minsan naman pag gising mo, hindi mo naman alam ano gagawin mo.
Exactly. If kunwari nakapasok ka sa mutual fund and naabutan mo yung 2008 crisis, some funds were even as low as 80% down.
Wow, 80%.
Oo, 80% down. Pero pag gano'n naman, it doesn't mean that nawala yung pera mo eh. Mawala lang yun kung i-redeem mo yung pera mo. So, iwanan mo lang doon. Yun yung trick doon.
Nakakabawi naman yung mga yan.
Exactly.
Ang pag-invest sa mutual fund, hindi dapat karamihan ng pera natin ilalagay doon at one point, no? Pinakamaganda kung gagawin natin parang tinatawag peso cost averaging. Mag-i-invest tayo sa iba-ibang presyo at ibang oras, no? Para ma-average natin yung presyo at mas malaking chances natin na kumita. Ngayon, pag naglagay ka ng isang malaking pera tapos bumagsak sa susunod na araw,
talagang hindi lang makakatulog noon.
Hindi ka na makatulog noon.
So, I guess in the end, para sa inyo, ang talagang, just to summarize yung usapan natin, is unang-una yung mutual funds, kumukuha ka talaga ng expert to do the thinking for you and to monitor your money. Tapos, yun nga, madali naman siyang kunin. Tapos, from what you say, nakukuha mo naman siya, na-update ka naman online kung ano nangyari sa pera mo. But, yung trade-off, syempre, is medyo mahal siya. Tapos, limitado din yung choices mo kung tutusin kasi 3 lang yung meron sa Pilipinas. Okay, so, hanggang dito na lang tayo this week. So, salamat for joining us this morning, Dobby and Jax. Magbabalik ang Pesos and Cents kasama ang ating mga kaibigan mula sa citiseconline.com. Kaya tutok lang.
In 2008, nung nakikita namin na bumabagsak na yung market, we came up with a program that somehow maximizes the strategy of peso cost averaging.